This tutorial is brought to you by Hey, what's up guys? My name is Josh Enobakhare and welcome to Olufemi Tutorials. Welcome back guys. We're going to talk effects in Adobe Premiere Pro. As you know, on every video track you have default effects. For video effects you have motion, opacity, and time remapping. We're going to get to that way later. And for audio effects we have volume. Don't worry about these. So what we are going to talk about is you have the option, if you go into the effect tab right here, to add additional effects. So let's check out video effects first. Check out blur and sharpen. These effects are different types of blur effects. A common one is Gaussian blur. You put this on here and you have the option to manipulate the effect in here. You can affect the blurriness here. Cool. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to delete the effect. I'm going to click on the effect and press delete. And I'm going to show you another effect. We're going to go out of these blur and effects and we're going to go down to color correction. I'm not going to spend too much time in color correction because I want to give you guys a more complete tutorial later. But all of these different color correction effects basically do the exact same thing. They are just, if you look into every effect, the interface is just different. Sometimes you'll see color wheels, sometimes you'll see curves. I'm gonna get into that in more detail a lot later. The one I use is something called RGB curves. Let's put this on the clip and check out the basic interface. As you can see, there are different curves. Each curve affects a different color channel. And you can affect all the color channels at the same time using this master curve. Makes it brighter or darker. I want to get into a color correction later though, so let's delete that and move on. Let's move on to distort. Distort, you have lots of different types of effects. The only one I usually use in distort is warp stabilizer. This effect, if you put it on your footage and your footage is shaky, it basically makes it not shaky. It analyzes it and makes it not shaky. Let's delete it for now. Alright, let's continue. As you can see, a lot of these effects I actually don't really use. I only use a core number of effects. Keying, this is referring to green screen. We're not going to get into that. I actually would not suggest green screening in Premiere. I would use another Adobe program called After Effects. But in this keying box, you have this other effect called 4-point garbage matte and 8-point garbage matte. Let's take a look at what this one does. Check this out. You can manipulate the effect, of course, in here. And you have the option of controlling different points that basically crops your footage. So there's a lot of applications you could use for that. Let's keep going on though. Okay, so let's go into stylize. Do we use any of these effects? Not really. Let's keep going. Transform. Okay, here's where our crop effect is, our crop tool. We put this on here. You have the option. Let's put it on. You have the option of cropping from either the left, the top, the right, or the bottom. And whenever you crop, you have the option of feathering so that the crop isn't as dramatic. You can set your feather amount. Let's delete crop, delete. This is also another interesting effect, horizontal flip. This flips in the horizontal direction, delete. And vertical flip, this flips in the vertical direction. Delete. Okay, so those are all of the video effects I'm going to go over, guys. Let's go into audio effects now. Audio effects. The only one I'm actually going to go over is volume. So volume is right here. Now check this out. You have volume as a default effect. Like I said before, if you click onto volume though, you can only adjust the level. The level is usually, let's put it at 0. It's usually at 0 decibels. And so if you want it louder, you can bring it louder, 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 but you can see it maxes out at 6. So if you want your volume to even louder, what you got to do is you got to actually apply another, you have to put another volume effect. You have volume here, then you have volume down here, and you got to bring that back up to 6. So now you have 12 decibels that you're adding to your clip volume. You can add as many volume effects as you'd like. Don't worry about channel volume or panner right now. Just worry about the regular volume effect. That's what's going to affect the volume of your clip. You don't want to add too many volumes or else you'll start distorting the clip, but know that you have the option of adding as much volume as you'd like. Guys, check this out. I want us to check out opacity. Opacity controls the basically the transparency of your footage. So if I were to bring my opacity to 0, there would be no footage there. And if I bring it to 100%, then you would see the footage all the way. So that's opacity. Now check this out, blending mode. Blending mode is something that you use to blend two tracks together. So I have one track here, I don't have a track on top of it. I don't have a piece of footage in the track on top of it. So in order to check out blending modes, let's put this footage called, this footage is actually a light leak that I'm going to put on top of this music video footage. Check this out. A light leak is basically a beam of light that's been shot on top of a black background. And I'm going to click on this footage now, this light leak footage, and I'm going to go to opacity again, and I'm going to change the blend mode from normal to screen. What screen does is it changes, I'm going to go back to normal. When I change it to screen, it makes anything that's black, it makes anything that's black transparent. So I'm going to go to screen, and as you can see, the black part of the footage became transparent, and now you can see the footage underneath this footage, which is this music video footage down here. Cool. And what you have is this stylized light leak that you can add to your footage. There's all different types of light leaks. These light leaks that I am using now are from luxuryleaks.com. You can purchase them on that website. Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.